my makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back. It has been another week and we have a week's worth of new makeup to talk about. With me, I of course have the gorgeous Tia. You're all here for her and you're not here for me. It's okay, I've accepted that fact. But I have our Patreon links down below, all that sort of general jazz. But you know what? Let's just get into it. There's lots of people to thank for tagging me in things. So big thank you to Brianna, Ali, Beth, Julian, Miss Charlie, JW, Transtopia, Makeup Release Radar, Sue, Lisa G, Miss Gina, Shanna, Tina, Claire, Saz, Cheryl, Kirsten, Flick, Jade S, Rhea, Tony Homeperm, Annie, JW, Kelly, Ida, Tia, Natalia, Yvonne, Camille, Cintrica, Manuela O, and Chrissy. And a big thank you, as always, to my Patreons. We have no birthdays this week, so hooray. No hanky panky.
Finally a week where I don't have no birthday.
I know, we deserved it. We are still doing Pride. If you guys noticed, I put a thing on my community tab basically saying anyone can submit a look to be included, and that includes non-Patreon members, and for every entry I get, I'll be popping a little bit of money into Belong To, which is an LGBT charity here in Ireland. But anyways, I'm going to show you some Pride looks now. Yeah, but let's just get straight on into it because we've lots to talk about. Elf have some more luminous putty blushes. There are 6 shades. They're $7 each. They're apparently infused with argan oil and vitamin E for a boost of hydration. And they come in the shades Bermuda, Isla del Sol, Maui, Belize, St. Bart's, and Barbados. I mean, $7, and the swatches, they look nice.
You know what I love about swatches? Like every single shade like goes for darker skin too, because they can use it as like a highlight. They don't look ashy on any of those. I kind of like the shades that they chose because that's amazing. Like I'm looking at Isla del Sol.
I was looking at that one too. Yeah, same.
Belize.
Yeah.
Like those two. Oh, I might pick this up when I come to.
Yeah.
Like one of them.
Oh my
because
God.
I really want to try this. I'm not sure. Maybe they sell them in some shops now that aren't like horribly expensive.
Well, what I could do is, because I have like 10% off at Boots, I could see about picking up a few for you because you'd save a little bit.
Yeah.
And I can like send them over to you.
Yeah.
As like a little early birthday present.
Yes. Oh my God, this is so cute.
Yeah, I love this. I mean, will I ever get tired of cream blushes? I think not.
You're like obsessed about everything cream on the face.
Genuinely, like love it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely love it. I feel like there's never enough of those kind of products. Never.
Like at this point, the only like powder products I really tend to go for are like setting powders and eyeshadows.
Yeah.
Everything
you
else
don't really need like I sometimes just even do like cream products and then just set my face and not even use any powder products unless highlight. Actually, I forgot to use highlight today. Who even am I?
Still looks gorgeous though.
It looks good actually.
Yeah. I just think like I know it's a small enough range, like 6 shades, but it still feels like they've got a really nice appropriate range for the summer, because these are also warm toned that it makes an awful lot of sense. And I know like that whole like blush contour thing is coming in, and that will work really, really well for this. I think this is brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah, I've nothing negative to say. I'm here for it. I am excited about it, and I will end up picking it up. And it seems a lot of you are thinking the same thing, because 67% of you ended up loving it, which, you know, I agree. Then we have Creature Cosmetics Labs, and they have their Monster Babies mini palettes. So essentially they have 6 little mini palettes. There's a matte and a duochrome, sort of a shimmer in each of them. So there's like a matte and then a corresponding duochrome shade. I think this is quite clever because Creature Cosmetics already has a full palette of all of these shadows already. So this all came about because they were getting messages from people kind of saying, I love love this palette, but I've panned this shade and this shade, and I can't justify going and buying
Oh,
another palette for this. So what she's done is come out with like each of the color stories as little minis, and then in like this cute little aesthetic of the coffins. So like if you like the color story already as it is, but we're like, oh, I'd love this in a big palette.
yeah.
Not, it's already the case. This is definitely for people who kind of have, you know, their favorite shades that they have panned, which I think is very, very smart, personally.
This is so cute. I love the packaging. Even it is a weird shape packaging, but I don't hate it. I actually like it for this. There's not too much like missed space there. Like the colors are so pretty. I'm looking at that green and that purple, black,
blue.
Like I would buy every single one except the red, maybe. Like if I was going for this type of a thing. Yeah. I love it.
I'm the same. I would get the green, the blue, the purple, and probably the black.
Yeah.
That's what I'd go for.
That's so cute. I really like this.
And the little packaging of like the little vampires and stuff.
Yeah. That's so cute. I really like that. There's like a little mirror there and like.
Apparently this is coming out on the 15th of July. So they've given like a good amount of like prior warning. It is vegan and cruelty free, if that's important to you guys. I just really like that this release is born out of listening to customers.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I really like this. I think it's super, super cute. I think I might end up just getting the big palette at some point.
Yeah, I feel like that color story is really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. I like it.
Yeah, but then I also like the bigger palette doesn't have like the coffin shaped thing. Like it's just a normal like palette, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's normally how I like it. Weirdly, this is the one exception where I'm like, oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah, same. Like this is like one of the exceptions. Maybe the only exception we love.
I mean, I am starting to wonder if you're you. No highlight.
Yeah.
You're now saying that you want weirdly shaped palettes. What's happened?
Yeah. Who are you?
Who even are you? Yeah, I think this is so fucking cute. And I always think of like things like this that they would make lovely little gifts for somebody. Because I love doing just because gifts of just like, I saw this, I thought of you, here you go. And I like
oh my god, yes, I like this. Like I really like this.
Same.
I have nothing bad to say about it actually, so.
Same here. When I put it to you guys, 55% of you love it. And again, I think that was down to kind of going, I'd like it all together. In which case, guys, you can. Off you go. Links are always down below. Some of them are affiliate. You know the drill. We have another indie brand here. This is the Mira Beauty, and they have collaborated with Devereaux Banks for the Divine palette. Now I found it quite interesting because when I was looking at the outside of the palette, because they were sneak peeking it for a while, it reminded me a little bit of the Melt Mariposa in way, just in the way that it's presented. But the color story is almost akin to Annette Makeup Corner, the Menagerie Cosmetics palette.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of like a Melt Muerta vibe kind of going with the shades. What is quite interesting is that like there's 12 shades, 4 of them are mattes and 8 are shimmers. Now, what I really like about this is that 100% of the brand's portion of proceeds, so because obviously this is a half and half venture, 100% of the brand's portion will go to causes that seek to uplift Black communities. I love that.
That's really nice.
I think
I like that this is kind of like a pride release.
Yeah.
And that the brand is collaborating someone who belongs in that community, you know. But yeah, I really like this because it's like they're collaborating with a person who's from the community and at this time, and then they're also like putting some of the money towards charities. So I don't hate it. I don't love the color story.
Yeah, the color story isn't like, for me, I'd struggle to know what to do with it.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Like I feel like I would have loved it more if there would have been more matte shades, maybe like a black there, maybe like another, like a lighter matte or something. I'm
Yeah,
not
I think
sure.
what's kind of throwing me is that the formats that are there are all very, very similar. The shade Ravish is very, very close to Beloved.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, you could have gotten rid of maybe one of those and put some
yeah,
liquids in instead. Or even, you could have gotten rid of Soul and Beloved and have a black in there
yeah,
because it would function in the same way. You could deepen it out.
yeah,
Yeah, I just like, I know that those four mats would work really well together to give you a cohesive look.
yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering if it's just like the idea is you would do a look with that and then use the shimmers as like as
Yeah,
cream or
that's what
halo.
I was thinking too. Like, it's kind of like neutrally leaning mattes, and then you can use those shimmers to like amp it up.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the idea behind it.
I mean, it's not our kind of thing, but I like the intent behind it, and I always love when brands are collaborating with people who are
Yeah,
making content, and it's clear that this is something that means something to them.
yeah,
So I'm not angry about it. But,
yeah.
it's grand. Um,
It's pretty good, you know.
yeah, I agree. When I put it to you guys, 40% of you love it. I think again, it's the color story. Oh, but this next one, can I just say, so fucking excited. Like I went full flap when I saw this.
Yeah.
This is Profusion and the collaboration that nobody expected, Jurassic World. And there is a whole chunk of stuff. There is like a big 38 pan eyeshadow palette, there's a face palette, there's water activated liners, there's duochrome, like liquid shadows, there's liquid blushes, there's lashes, there's a whole chunk of things. Like
Yeah,
I kind of love it. Like they
I
even have
don't
like a lip
hate
set
it.
that's green.
I like those duochrome shadows. Feel like they look very nice.
They do.
The big palette, I kind of like it. Like it's not my favorite, but I like that it's like earthy, it's grungy. I can see the idea behind it. I feel like a lot of people could create a lot of beautiful looks with this. Are those like water activated liner
Yeah.
palettes? I like those.
And they even come with like a really nice small
Yeah.
brush.
I actually like the one, like the more purpley, bluey toned. Looks so nice. I feel like this is a well thought collection. Maybe there's a bit too many products. Like, I feel like these, like Elle, sometimes Wet n Wild, Profusion, they always come out with like so much stuff in their collection, Colourpop, that I just wish that they toned it down a bit, maybe, and like focus, because this is a really nice collection. Just focus on like to make it like really nice with like maybe like 5 different products. You don't need like 10 different products there.
There's definitely some things that they could have omitted. Like, did they necessarily need an eye primer set? No.
Yeah.
They need those kind of glitter gel things? No. Did they need a brush set? Not really.
Like is that a highlighter palette?
Yeah.
I don't see idea behind that. That doesn't give me like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World vibes. Like I like the palettes, the duochrome shades. I feel like those are really nice. Maybe the glitters. I've heard that the glitters are pretty good.
They are. They're really, really good. Like that. The only reason I would say to omit the glitters is that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Collection. But that being said, would I buy them? I absolutely fucking would, because I'm an idiot. I want a big chunk of this. Like, no shit. Like, I genuinely like this. I grew up on Jurassic Park. I find this exciting. I am very confused though about the makeup bag which comes with gems. That's very.
I hate those sticker gems. We've been over it.
We're not talking about it again. Look at our previous episodes. But
we're talking about like in every episode, every company is coming out with those, and like just stop.
Yeah.
That black glitter though, and that green one.
Yeah, agreed.
I really like those.
Same.
And Miro is so cute though.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah, I think all in all, this is a really interesting collection. Like I've already signed up for the wait list because I'm like, I want this.
Is it out yet?
Some of it was out, but it sold out like that and I missed it. And I have.
It's kind of weird to just release some of it and then some of it later.
Yeah,
But yeah, this looks nice.
like even the liquid blushes.
Oh yeah. I like the packaging. Like I really like the packaging like that,
Yeah,
like
scales.
snake skin type of thing. Not snake, like that, like
Scaly type thing.
yeah. I like it.
Same. Yeah, I'm here for it. Like even there's like a lip set. It has like a liner and a liquid lip, and it's green. Yeah, I I want it. Like I do. Quite badly. Yeah, I mean, there's just a few things that I would have omitted from it, but all in all, I like it. I know that Lucy was like, "This isn't Jurassic World," which, yeah, fair enough. But I still think it's good, and I enjoy it, and I am quite happy with it. When I put it to you guys, 40% of you loved it. I think it was because it was just sheer overload of like, there's so much, which fair. More for me is all I can say.
More for me, more
More
for
for
us.
me. Melt are coming out with some more sex foils. Remember what was their explanation for the sex foils name? It was something to do with like architecture or an homage to architecture. And I was like, lads, your brand is so all over the place. 1 minute it's all about like Mexican heritage, then it's about marijuana, and now you're on about architecture. I am so confused. Anyway, they have this, and it's their tan lines sex foil. So there's a chocolate bronze with a golden sheen, and that is available now. It's $39, and it can apparently double as a liquid bronzer. You can apparently get the tan lines set, which includes like a couple of different things, including like face and body brush and like a couple of different like digital liquid highlighters for $87.
Yeah.
I like the look of these, to be fair.
I've seen some people use these, like when they first launched them. They look like so pretty. So I'm intrigued. Melt is just crazy expensive.
Yeah, that's what's stopping me.
So if I would get anything, I would just wait for them to do another like big sale and maybe free shipping on top of that. Although I still don't have my order. So
I was just going to say that I have like massive FOMO for not having bought stuff in the melt sale, that I'm like, oh, I wish I'd got some of those liquid highlighters. But I'm like, no, Teresa, your life is okay without them. You're going to be fine. But yeah, I mean, they really do know how to sell the fucking swatches, like that pinky toned highlight. That's nice.
it's so nice.
Yeah. But I mean, like you're saying, the big thing that puts me off is just the price.
Yeah.
Can't justify it. Just can't. Emily is like, I can almost hear Emily being like, Teresa, but they're so lovely. Get all the melt.
Yeah.
One day when I become obscenely rich, like I mean disgustingly, like filthy rich.
A girl can hope.
Also work hard so that I can be a trophy wife. I've already got the figure. I look exactly like a trophy. So there you go. When I put it to you guys, 34% of you love it. I can only assume it's the price. Then we have Lorraine Cosmetics, who has collaborated with Angina from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and they have their Life is a Celebration palette. It's a 2-in-1 palette, so basically you have one side of the palette which is like completely rainbow, and then the other side of the palette which includes like the trans flag and then some more neutral kind of shades. I think this is really quite interesting. It's $45 US, because I said originally it was 48, and then Angina messaged me and was like, oh, it's actually 45, and I was like, oh, well, there we go.
That's not a bad price for
Really
a
isn't.
palette this big. It's actually the like kind of the same price when P. Louise released the Queen Conquer, but that was on sale, you know. So I actually like this. Like I like that there's like a neutral, more like pastel toned one, and then you have like a more bright colored one also. Like, is it like a double palette or is it like 2 different palettes?
2 different palettes.
I kind of wish it was like in the same. I don't like if they're like 2 separate ones. Also, I don't like when people put like face, like bronzers, blushes, highlighters on an eyeshadow palette, because like obviously you could use those as eyeshadow, obviously, but I just tend to not use those things ever. So I wish that they would have just maybe add more shades there, or just have it as that and just like smaller one. But other than that, I really like this.
Yeah. I mean, I think the rationale for having the face shades there is obviously as a drag queen and a performer, it's really
Yeah,
handy for her to have everything together rather than having, oh, this is my separate blush and this is my separate bronzer and having
yeah,
everything all
yeah,
together. Like this, like I can understand the logic behind this and I'm not
yeah,
against it. I like that kind of if you look at the rainbow palette, you can see how there's like different, like there's a lighter kind of row, then there's a shimmer row, and then there's like a much darker row then of the corresponding shades. So
yeah,
even if you're not like that au fait with makeup or are a bit nervous of it, it's already kind of laid out in such a way that you can figure out how to logically use
yeah,
it. So yeah, I think it's good and it's great to see Angina getting
yeah,
some recognition. Anyways, when I put it to you guys, 25% of you love it. I think it's just a lot of us like kind of more svelte palettes. Oh
yeah.
my god, this next one, I got tagged so
Oh,
much on this. This is Charli Beauty and their Other Reality collection. So it includes an eyeshadow palette for $58 and there's two bundles. So one is the Fae bundle and the other one is the Mythical bundle. And each of them comes with the eyeshadow palette, lashes, a liner, one of the liquid lipsticks, and then one of the duochromes, and that's $130. Or you can get the multi-chrome liquid shadows. They're $21 each, or you can bundle them all for $62. So actually saving you $22. That's a proper bundle.
really good.
Yeah. And then the matte lipstick, which let's be real, I'm looking at the green, don't fucking judge me. $21 each, or you can bundle them for $61. Again, saving yourself $23. You're as well to just get the bundle. Like,
Yeah,
because you're essentially getting one for free.
yeah. This looks so nice.
Yeah, agreed.
Like the thing that I look at the most, the lippies. Look at all of those colors. Like I would use every single one color.
Same.
So beautiful. And the multi-chrome shadows looks amazing. Also the palette. I
Yeah.
saw like a picture before of this and it was like a kind of washed out picture and everyone was like, oh, it's so pretty. And I was like, what? Like it looks a bit like washed out.
Yeah.
Like it looks very light. But in these pictures, it looks gorgeous.
Agreed. And what I like about this as well is it has a range in that, you know, you have your lighter shades and then you've a deep navy, a black, a very dark forest green. And then simultaneously you have some like pastel-y purples. So and like quite a pastel green. So I'm like, I think this is actually done really quite nicely and there looks to be some nice kind of metallic-y formulas in there as well.
I've never tried Charli Beauty, but I've seen their products. Like, I think there's one like Finnish, like kind of sketchy Finnish shop that actually sells their palette. So I don't know what's the deal with that. But like, this is making me want to try the brand. Like, the palette is just, I feel like it's the color story that we've been seeing throughout this year with purple screens and that sort of like purple, green, and
blue,
like pink, bluish color stories. Like we've seen a lot of palettes with the similar color story, but it's still original. Like it's not, I can't like tell like an exact dupe for it. I like the packaging. The duochrome shadows look so nice. Like that one with like a green to kind of like tealy blue to like purple shift, and the one with like purple to cream ones.
Oh, they all look fabulous. Like there's no element of this that I'm looking at and kind of going, oh, I don't like it.
I like everything.
Yeah, I think this is done really, really, really well. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Charli Beauty a few times, haven't tried them before, but this is definitely something I'm going to be keeping an eye out for because I love the look of this. Yeah, and I think, like you're saying, definitely on trend. When I put it to you guys, 67% of you loved it. So
you guys are with us.
Yeah. We understand each other. Oh God, from such dizzying heights to such dizzying lows. This is Colourpop and their Palm Spring collection. Innovative. And there's an eyeshadow palette. Oh my God, warm neutrals and some blues. Oh, that's right. 2012 wants its makeup back. There's some Super Shock highlighters. There's apparently 3 of them. There's some glowing lips, whatever that means. And then there's 3 cream gel liners. I couldn't verbalize how little I give a shit about this. Like, I actually hate
what is there like to like exactly the same shades and even like next to each other?
Yeah.
Like those orangey shimmers there. They look exactly the same.
They really do.
Why? Like, I don't get this with like Colourpop. Like, why aren't you like really thinking about these things before you release them? Like, maybe they just sell whatever, like people buy them, like they don't even care what it is. But I'm just like, are people really buying this? Like, really, is this the type of makeup thing you like? Like, no judgment there, but I'm like genuinely curious.
It's so basic, and like literally there is that joke in the beauty community of like, oh look, a warm neutral with a pop of blue.
Yeah.
And that's
like, yeah, they have some oranges in the mix, but like for me, orange, red, yellow is in the neutral realm.
Yeah, agree.
Like, obviously they're like not neutrals, like neutrals, but for me they're like neutrals.
Oh yeah,
so
agree.
And just the gel liners look nice. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what to say. Like, the packaging is pretty. They never disappoint with the packaging. But it's just with the products in it ain't it for me.
I wish they spent as much time thinking about what was inside the palette as the decoration. Like, no. Anyways, I feel like we've already given this more time than it actually deserves. 31% if you love it, which, fair. Then we have MAC, and technically this isn't a new release, but this is their Pride collection. Now, what's happened here is they've taken like some existing shades and they've kind of put it into a pre-packaged sort of a 4-pan palette for $32, and then they have their Pride Glow Play Lip Balm Duo, and that's for $28, but it would normally be like a $41 value. Now, the thing about MAC is traditionally they have actually been very, very good to the LGBTQ community. If you have seen them for I think since the 1980s, they have been contributing money to various charities. I mean, even their Viva Glam collections, the whole thing goes towards LGBT charities. The lipstick I have on right now is Viva Glam 1, and actually the figure currently stands at them having put forward $500 million.
That's amazing.
$500 million.
I feel like MAC's pretty good with this type of thing. No, I don't love this collection.
Same.
I don't know. The palette is like, I feel like I kind of wish, think about that, but as like a pretty shimmer palette. Like, what can you do with this? Like, I feel like this is the type of collection that you would buy because you want to support these charities.
Yeah.
And not because you actually really would want this product. I don't know. I like the green and yellow shimmers in there. I like the blue. I don't understand why there's that like mauve pink. Like,
well, the way that I was looking at it was the yellow, the pink, and the blue are the pan flag.
Oh.
So I think that's what they were going for.
See, there you are more smart than me. I'm just like looking at like, I don't like these colors together.
And I think this was a good variation on like, I mean, so many like companies just kind of go rainbow. Here's the rainbow.
Yeah.
So at least they were actually.
I do like that though.
Yeah.
Like, they done something different than the rainbow that everyone does.
I really want somebody to come out with an aromantic palette, because that's like pastel greens, deep greens, and greys.
Oh.
That could be really nice.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'd love to see that.
I do like the looks that they've done with like here the blue, the like where they're showcasing the products. Like
Yeah,
I don't hate the looks. I just feel like if I would buy this, I wouldn't use this because I just would forget it. It's too small and the colors aren't like something very special. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean like I'm a little bit like 50-50 on
Yeah,
this.
I think this is one of those things that is like, here you are, if you're taking part in Pride and the parades and
Yeah.
all this, here you don't know much about makeup, but here's a brand that's consistently supported the community. You'd feel a bit more comfortable with your money kind of going there, which,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, it's not for me, but I do like MAC in general, so there you go.
Yeah.
When I put it to you guys, 10% of you loved it, which fair because it's not the most, titillating collection. Then we have She Glam of Shein, and this is their Pride collection, and it's called the Be Bold, Be Hue. So they've an eyeshadow palette for $8, an eyeliner set for €10.50, and then a highlighter for €5.50. Now here's the thing, I scoured their website to try and find any information about was anything going towards LGBT charities. I then went to their Instagram to try and see, and I couldn't find any information. And then I saw that Makeup Release Radar had said that $50,000 was being put forward to the Trevor Project, which I was like, okay, cool. Where'd you get that information? She was like, I got it from Hot Fire Makeup. So then I had to go and contact Hot Fire Makeup, who then said, well, actually, one of their marketing team contacted her to say that. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable then saying I can't find it anywhere. And eventually, anyways, I think because so many people were kind of going, seriously, you're doing a Pride collection and nothing's going to the community. And eventually they were like, they did announce, yeah, $50,000 is going to the Trevor Project, which is better than nothing. But at the same time, I'm like, that's not a lot, like consider how much they're likely going to make on this.
Yeah, I feel like I wish that they would have been more like at the beginning when they like be like, this is the new collection. Just say it there where they donating this and this and this to there. Why does it have to be like an information you have to like dig through multiple different pages and sites and like contact different people like that? That just makes me like kind of feel like, are you really doing that?
That's
Or
the thing. Yeah, it makes
like, are you just saying that now because people are like, oh, like, what's the deal with this?
Because I got really paranoid in that, because some people said they were donating, but I couldn't find anything on their website. So I was like,
Yeah.
is this one of their ways that they can be like, if the charity kind of goes, well, we never got anything from them, that they can be like, well, we never said we were going to give anything. So,
Yeah.
but then still kind of getting some amount of like credit from the community of like, oh, at least they're giving X, Y, Z. So it just didn't.
Kind of shame though. Like, this is a beautiful collection. I like it. The palette reminds me of the Suva Beauty palette that they came out with like glitters and was like matte shades. It's really gorgeous, and I feel like the swatches look amazing. The highlighter, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And actually the liners look a bit like
meh.
They look nice, but they don't look
Very
that pigmented.
Yeah.
Like they look a bit like wishy-washy.
Agreed. Yeah. They're not liners you could put over a look.
Yeah.
Which
you could probably use them like on a look like this where you don't have like a much shadow there, just like a liner, a little bit of liner somewhere. But
yeah, but probably not for the look that I've just done.
Yeah, so they're not for me. I kind of wish that they would have just done a better job with like informing people, and also like this is a little bit of a like money grab, like a thingy. So it puts me a bit off on it.
Yeah, I get very mixed this time of year when I see people attempting to capitalize on Pride. It's just one of my like bugbears. I'm just like, could you not, please? Could you?
Yeah.
At least they did eventually kind of say, hey, we're doing something, but my God, having to chase them down to see what the story was, I don't like that. I like transparency. That's how I deal with things. And I will say, though, anything that I've gotten from She Glam in terms of makeup, I really enjoy. So you know
Me
what?
too.
Like this.
Like they have some products that are like my actual favorite. Like their brow pencil, I use every time. The liquid bronzers, liquid blushes. I think I would go for those type of products instead of this because it's
Yeah,
just a bit sketchy, you know.
I agree. I agree because the other ones at least are a bit more straightforward. When I put it to you guys, 34% of you love it. And I love that I'm now talking about this indie brand who is going to show Glam how to do it. This is Glsen Cosmetics and they have their Pride liner. Now last year they did a rainbow Pride liner, which I actually bought at the time and I really, really enjoyed it. I've used it several times. It's UV activated, by the way, so it is really, really cool. I used it actually, I think maybe about 2 weeks ago on Sahil when he was going to a Pride event. I did some rainbows on him and I really like it. I really like their quality. I will say don't put too much water into it because you need very, very little to get this to work. Now, they've updated the flag because obviously last year they just had the rainbow and now they have incorporated other aspects of the LGBT community, which I'm like, yes, that's fantastic. You're doing something a bit different here. And it's £28. And here's where, like, this is the thing that I'm like, oh my goodness, listen to this, Glam. 100% of the net profits are going to LGBT charities, not just for 1 month, forever, for the whole
That's
time.
so amazing.
And every 3 months they change it around so that a new charity gets put to the front. So at the moment the charity that's in operation is UK Stonewall. So I do like Glsen Cosmetics. I actually am an affiliate with them and I have a code. I'll put all of that down below if you're interested. I like this. I know this is quite like an easy way of looking at Pride, you know, do some liners. But to be fair, that's Glsen Cosmetics. That's the bulk of what
that's what they're like known for their water activated liners.
Yeah.
So this is a good launch. Like I wouldn't go and buy this just because I don't need it. But like if you guys don't have a lot of like water activated liners, this would be a great way to, like, if you want to start out or if you just want to support the charities. I think this would be the one that I would go for if I didn't have like any water activated liners.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, and you can try a bunch of colors. You have a white, you have a black, you have some pastels, you have some like neutrals, and then like all the rainbow colors. And you can make so many more colors, like mix in these. So you can make them lighter, deeper, you know, different colors with like mixing them. So I really like this.
The same as last year. This is UV as well. So
and I look really cool under UV lights.
Yeah, for when you're going out clubbing, doing the
If someone is still doing that, no.
No, I'm tired. I like bedtime. Yeah, I love this. I still use my Pride liner from last year quite a bit. And I can really recommend. I have quite a few of their liners actually at this point, so I'm happy recommending them.
I've never tried them, but I really want to.
Next time you're, or I'll bring some with me when we're hanging out.
You can try yours.
Yeah, that's what my friendship is all about. I bring makeup to the equation and social awkwardness.
And she has a lot of makeup, so.
Yeah, just a bit. When I put it to you guys, 61% of you love it. I mean, let's be real. The whole 100% of the profit going to charity is for an indie brand. Glam, fucking
A plus. A plus with Glsen Cosmetics. A plus.
Totally agree. I'm excited about this. We discussed this last week when we just knew that something was happening. This is Gourmand Girls and the Radioactive palette. Oh my goodness. It's a 12 pan palette. There's 8 duochromes and there's 4 multichromes and it's $51.99. You can use the code COSMIC for some money off. It's an affiliate code for the lovely Daniela. Oh my god. I mean, what can I say? Like, this is
so stunning.
Have I already bought it? Yes. Yes, I have.
I want it, and I really like. I love it, and I want it. I just cannot buy it at the moment.
Well, you're
But
doing your no buy,
yeah,
so it's okay. I'm just gonna add it to the bevy of things I bring over.
yes,
I'm gonna have to like
and like
fix luggage.
Gourmand Girls, like it's an amazing brand. I love Christina. She's such a like sweet
Agreed.
person, like so supportive, and like I just this is how it's done. No stupid mattes in there. Like not one or two mattes in there. Like just a full blown shimmer, multi-chrome amazingness. And the packaging, so like I love it. And I like that you can see the color, like the packaging represents the colors inside and
Yeah,
not like, oh, it's just a neutral palette and
yeah.
then just a really colorful like packaging.
And then, like, just even the price, considering you're getting multi-chromes and duochromes,
It's
it's
not that
not
bad,
bad.
you know.
I mean, like, when you think about, like, say, Cleona Cosmetics, remember the palette that they came out with there not that long ago as part of the fruit, the dragon fruit?
Yeah.
That was like $130.
It's just so expensive.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is Gourmand Girls are kind of showing how it's done. And I do love that, you know, Christina's just such a sweet person and is definitely part of the beauty community as we like it, i.e., there to
Yeah.
support, uplift, etc. So yeah, I got my grubby little hands on this, and she also has like a deal on at the moment on the website that you can get this palette along with the other 6-pan duochrome galactic.
The Galactic Gourmand.
Yeah, and you can get the two of them together for like $80.
I like that she's done a bundle, so you can just back them both if you want.
Yes, so keep an eye out. They will be coming to me at some point, and you want to see the face swatches, and I can only assume that Christina is going to use my face swatches as part of her marketing strategy going forward. The only logical thing. I love this. I'm very excited. Already have bought it. I have no regrets. When I put it to you guys, 65% of you said that you love it, which, yes, correct.
Yeah.
The last thing we're talking about was just announced today, and this is from Cash Beauty, and it kind of is new, but also isn't. This is to do with their color trip. So if you have been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I really like that palette. It is a firm favorite of mine, and where this whole new collection came from was the palette itself has some water activated liners in it, and apparently she was getting a lot of feedback from people. Again, we love it when a brand listens to their consumers, and people were kind of saying they really enjoyed the liners so much that they wish that they could get more from them. So what she did was she took out like some of the most popular liners from the palette, have kind of potted them, and apparently introduced some new colors as well. So she now has some water activated liners, but she's also bringing out the brush set that you can sell, that you can get them individually. I love that brush set.
Only like I love this brush is my favorite, the
Okay.
smallest blending brush, and I really like this. Like it's kind of like a lip brush, but I use it a lot on the eyes. The liner brush is a little too thick for my liking, but I use it for other things. And also, like the only thing is the biggest brush that I have. I don't know where it is now, but mine broke. Like this just fell off of it. So at the moment, I fixed it with like tape because I like the brushes.
Yeah.
But like it might be my error. I don't wash my brushes too often because I use ISO clean. So not sure what that's about. Maybe mine was a dud.
I
Yeah,
suspect I'm gonna be a dick here and say that yours was a dud, because I wash my brushes after every like I do a deep clean after every use, and I use those brushes all the
I
time.
really like them. I use them a lot. If you can hear like that little whining on the background, Freya is trying to kill her mouse that I found under the sofa. So she's been obsessed with that. So you're gonna just have to listen to that.
We all love a bit of murder. I think this makes so much sense
Yeah.
for Beatty to come out
I
with.
really like. I like that there's like kind of are those different shades? There's black
She's
and
added
white.
in some new ones.
Yeah, I like this. I like the water activated liners are not my favorite. They are good, but they do crack a tiny bit on me. So I'm not sure if this has like a similar formula. I don't know. They're not my favorite. I still use them and I like them, but I have to be careful like how much water you mix it in with, because that's, if you mix in a bit too much or too little, it can like crack. So it has to be like
Science.
ratio. But I would pick out these, the smallest blending brush. Like I would want multiple of these because I really like this. This is my favorite from that
I agree.
set. So
yeah,
I really like this.
Yeah, that's one of my faves too. I actually have it just here. So
they're really soft. I like that they're really light. So I don't like too heavy brushes, and they're like tapered down, so you can get like really far off and like do really like light blending, feathery strokesy things.
Sounds dirty. I like it.
And this is probably not that expensive either.
No, she generally keeps the cost down quite a bit. So I'm excited to see what the story is. Now, this is coming out on the 16th, so you'll already be able to get it as it is now. Because this was just announced today, I don't know exactly what you guys think, but I'm going to give the results here. I expect this will be quite popular. Kaylee is very popular amongst people, so
yes.
There you go. Anyways, guys, that is it. That's the end of the new releases, but I want to read you out my favorite comment, and this is from the lovely Franca, who said, "You have me in stitches. Oh wait, I am in stitches." I got a good giggle from that because our girl Franca recently was in hospital and had her gallbladder out. So it worked on several levels, both a literal and a metaphorical level. And glad to know she's out at home and has been reunited with fur babies.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyways, that's it, lads. You know the whole deal. Go find me, go find Tia, subscribe, Patreon stuff, all that sort of thing. If you want to see more of these sort of things, you can check my TikTok, because I do like quick little videos of like, here, newness, all that sort of
Instagram
content.
You post them on Instagram too.
I do. So whichever forum you feel like doing, I just record them over on TikTok because it's the easier platform. But anyways, lads, that is it. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell just because it's polite, and do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.